Hello everyone. Today we are going to discuss about train reasoning concepts. These are the basic concepts we have to understand before solving a train reasoning problem. So the first concept is the distance traveled by the train to cross a pole or a person standing on the platform will be equal to the length of the train. So this is the first concept. The distance traveled by the train to cross a pole or person will be equal to the length of the train. The second concept is the distance traveled by the train to cross the platform will be equal to the length of the train plus length of the platform. Once again I repeat, the distance traveled by the train to cross the platform will be equal to the length of train plus length of the platform. If we add the length of the train and length of the platform, it will be equal to the distance traveled by the train to cross the entire platform. The third concept is there are two trains with speed V1 and V2. When these two trains travel in opposite directions, then what will be their relative speed? We have to sum or add the relative speed of train 1 and train 2. I repeat, when two trains are traveling in opposite directions at speed v1 meter per second and v2 meter per second, then their relative speed will be sum of speed of train 1 and train 2. Therefore, the relative speed will be v1 plus v2 meter per second. Next concept is when two trains are traveling in the same directions with the speed v1 and v2, and here the speed v1 will be greater than v2, then the relative speed will be the difference between the two speeds, that is v1 minus v2 meter per second. I just remind you that when two trains travel in opposite direction, the relative speed will be sum of two trains' speed. When the relative speed, when two trains are traveling in the same directions, mean the relative speed will be the difference between two speed. The next concept is when two trains travel in opposite direction at the same time, their length will be one train length will be x meter and another train length will be y meter. Then the time taken by the train to cross each other. If we have to find the time taken by the train to cross each other, then we have to find it by, the length will be given. For these kind of sums, the length will be given. So we have to find the time taken equal to length. First, sum of length of two trains x plus y divided by sum of their speeds, that is v1 plus v2. Once again I repeat, when two trains of length x meter and y meter are moving in opposite direction with a speed v1 meter per second and v2 meter per second, then the time taken by the train to cross each other will be sum of length of two trains whole divided by sum of speed of two trains, that is x plus y whole divided by v1 plus v2. The next concept is when two trains of length x meters and y meters are moving in same directions at a speed v1 meter per second and v2 meter per second, where v1 will be greater than v2, then the time taken by the faster train to cross the slower train will be x plus y, but here there is no sum of speed, here there is the difference between two speeds, the same thing. In the previous sum, the trains will be moving in opposite direction. So the time taken by them to cross each other will be x plus y divided by v1 plus v2. But here the trains are moving in the same direction. So the time taken will be x plus y divided by v1 minus v2. Just we have to compare and study the concepts. The next and final concept is there are two trains, that is x and y, and those trains start moving towards each other at the same time from a point A and B. And after crossing each other, train X reaches the point B and train Y reaches the point A. Train X takes A seconds to reach point B and the train Y takes B seconds to reach the point A. Then what will be the ratio of speed of train X and train Y? Nothing we have to do is we have to take the square root for time of train Y and time of train X, that is root of B is to root of A. To find the ratio, speed ratio, we have to take square root for the given time. So this is the final concept. Next we are going to see some more conversion methods. How to convert a speed into speed given in kilometer per hour to meter per second, as well as speed given in meter per second to kilometer per hour. The first thing is conversion of kilometer per hour to meter per second. That speed given in kilometer per hour, we are going to convert it into meter per second. 1 kilometer is equal to 1000 meter. We know this. 1 minute is equal to 60 seconds. So for 60 seconds, we will be getting 60 into 60, 3600 seconds. 1 kilometer per hour, we have to find it by 1000 meter divided by 3600. By solving this, we will be getting 5 meter into 5 meter by 18 seconds. So if they give a speed value in kilometer per hour, to convert it we have to multiply the speed value by 5 by 18 meter per second. Okay, the next thing is the same here, but here we are conversion of speed in meter per second to kilometer per hour. This is just the simple logic. 1 meter will be equal to 1 by 1000 kilometer. Here we will be taking the reciprocal. 1 second equal to 1 by 3600 hours. So 60 minutes is equal to 60 into 60, 3600. That's what concept only we are applying here. To converting meter per second, we will be getting 18 by 5 kilometer per hour. So if they have given a speed in meter per second and they ask us to convert into kilometer per hour, means we have to multiply the speed value with 18 by 5 kilometer per hour. This is the concept. So the final thing is we are going to see some basic formulas. There are only small formulas only. Just analyze it. The formulas are, we know speed formula. Speed is equal to distance by time. If they are asking time, means just we have to interchange the formula. Time equal to distance by speed. If they are asking the distance formula, means they are asking us to find the distance, means we have to change the formula again. Time into speed. So this is the basic concept. This is very easy, very easy only. Before solving the problems, be thorough with this concept and we will be able to understand the problem easily. Thank you.